Two areas of philosophy that are renowned for rigor and precision are metaphysics and epistemology. Study of what there is, the way the world works, and how we know. There are all kinds of big theories that have been created and argued for in great detail, which fail, in my estimation, completely, because they fail to take any notice whatsoever of the structure of the human organism. Arguments are made for what we can know and what we can't know, based largely on the presuppositions of what our perceptions are and how our memories are. So when we talk about what we can know, philosophers often say, well, we can know those things that we can deduce from our perceptions and our memories using reason. Well, the problem with that is that we perceive only a very, very small amount of what actually goes on around us. And what we perceive is largely a function of what we believe. So instead of we believe what we see, the way it actually seems to work is that we see what we believe. We have a place in our brains in the temporal lobe called the fusiform gyrus, which apparently is created for pattern recognition, and most especially for recognition of faces. So, of course, it's evolutionarily, you can see that it's way better that we recognize patterns even where they don't exist, because if you see a leopard behind the trees and there's not a leopard, no loss. If you fail to see there's a leopard behind the trees and there is one, you're dead. So seeing patterns may make us be overly cautious, but we're way better off if we see patterns where there aren't any than we are if we don't see patterns where there are any. If you look around, you'll see that you can find faces in your filing cabinet, in the grills of the automobiles that ride around you, buildings in front of you, the shapes of the clouds, in the grass, in the trees. We see them everywhere, but that's not a function of what there is in the world nearly as much as it is a function of the way that we impose order. So philosophers, unfortunately, seem very often to have it backwards. Does that mean there shouldn't be philosophy? Certainly not. Does that mean that philosophy should take into account empirical evidence and try to generate theories that are at least compatible with other things about the way things that we know about the way the mind works, the way the brain operates? Yeah, it seems that empirical evidence is not irrelevant, and that philosophy, if we don't want to get lost in the past and we don't want to become totally irrelevant to the rest of the world, need to take these things into consideration.